Ever wondered where your paycheck disappears every month? It's a question that's probably crossed your mind more than once. We work hard, we earn, and yet somehow it feels like we're always playing catch-up with our finances. This financial tug-of-war isn't necessarily a result of inadequate income. It often boils down to our spending habits. Yes, our spending habits. Those seemingly insignificant daily decisions that add up over time and have a substantial impact on our financial health. It's like a slow drip that eventually fills the bucket. We might not fall into financial ruin overnight, but poor spending habits can gradually erode our financial security. Perhaps you're wondering, what are these habits that I need to be wary of? Well, I'm glad you're asking. If you're curious about what might be draining your wallet, stick around. We're about to uncover the top 5 bad spending habits. So, what are these habits that could be causing a hole in your pocket? Well, let's dive right in and find out. First up, we have the notorious habit of impulsive shopping. It's that enticing buy now button or the thrill of a sale that often leads us astray. You see something shiny and new, and suddenly you're parting with your hard-earned money, purchasing items you might not need or even use. It's a classic case of want versus need, and unfortunately the want often wins. Moving on to the second habit, we have a lack of budgeting. Without a budget, your finances are like a ship adrift at sea. You might make it to shore or you might capsize. A budget is your financial compass, helping you navigate your income and expenses effectively. Yet many of us sail through life without one, leading to unnecessary spending and financial stress. Next up, the third habit, excessive use of credit cards. Credit cards can be an excellent financial tool when used responsibly. However, many fall into the trap of buy now, pay later, accumulating debt and paying hefty interest rates. This habit can turn a useful tool into a menacing debt monster. Fourth on our list is the habit of not saving. Many of us live paycheck to paycheck, not setting aside any money for a rainy day. This lack of savings can leave us vulnerable to unexpected expenses and financial emergencies. Remember, a little saved today can become a lot tomorrow. Finally, we have the fifth habit, ignoring small expenses. Those daily lattes, midweek takeouts, or monthly subscriptions can add up over time. These seemingly insignificant expenses can slowly but surely eat away at your finances, often going unnoticed until it's too late. Now that we know the culprits, let's explore each one in detail. Remember, knowledge is power, and understanding these habits is the first step towards better financial health. So stick around and let's embark on this journey towards financial wisdom together. First up, let's tackle the beast that is impulsive shopping. This habit involves making spontaneous, unplanned purchases, often driven by emotions rather than needs. It's like a candy store for your desires, but it's not all sugar and spice. This behavior can take a heavy toll on your finances, often leading to debt and financial instability. Now let's delve into the psychology behind impulsive shopping. It's all about instant gratification, the immediate satisfaction derived from acquiring something new. Marketers are well aware of this, and they cleverly exploit it, using strategies like limited-time offers and flash sales to create a sense of urgency and spur you into making hasty buying decisions. But here's the catch. The joy from these purchases is often short-lived and can quickly turn into regret, leaving you with lighter pockets and a heavier heart. So, impulsive shopping can be quite a financial drain. But don't worry, we have a solution. Moving on to habit number 2, not budgeting. Imagine going on a road trip without a map or GPS. That's exactly what not budgeting is like. It's navigating your financial journey without a plan, which can lead to financial instability. Budgeting is not merely about limiting how much you spend, it's about understanding and controlling where your money goes. When you budget, you create a financial roadmap for yourself. You set boundaries that keep you on track, and you get to decide what's important to you and where you want to allocate your resources. Without a budget, it's easy to spend more than you earn, pile up debt, and find yourself in a financial hole that's hard to climb out of. Budgeting might seem tedious, but its benefits are numerous. It's like a financial compass, guiding you to make smarter decisions with your money, helping you achieve your financial goals, and ultimately leading you towards financial stability and freedom. Next up, the third habit, excessive use of credit cards. Think of credit cards as a double-edged sword. Yes, they can be incredibly useful for unexpected expenses or rewards points, but relying too heavily on them can lead to a dangerous cycle of debt. When you use a credit card, you're essentially borrowing money that you'll have to pay back later, with interest. Now imagine constantly charging purchases without paying off the balance in full each month. The interest will start to pile up, and before you know it, you're stuck in a debt trap. You're not just paying for your purchases anymore, you're also paying for the privilege of borrowing. This can lead to a downward spiral where you're using more and more of your income to pay off your credit card debt, leaving less for your other needs and wants. Credit cards can be helpful, but only when used wisely. The fourth habit is something we're all guilty of at times: not saving. It's a habit that can lead to financial insecurity faster than you can say bankruptcy. You've heard the saying, "A penny saved is a penny earned," right? Well, those pennies add up, and before you know it, you've got yourself a nice little nest egg. But let's take a step back and talk about the concept of paying oneself first. This idea is all about prioritizing your savings. Before you pay your bills, before you buy that new gadget, you set aside a portion of your income for savings. It's like saying, "Hey, I'm important too," to your future self. The problem with not saving is that it leaves you vulnerable to unexpected expenses. Your car breaks down, your roof needs repairs, and suddenly you're in a financial hole. Saving may seem difficult at first, but it's essential for financial health. Last but not least, the fifth habit: ignoring small expenses. It's easy to overlook those small, frequent purchases, isn't it? A fancy coffee here, a magazine there, a quick meal from the drive-thru. However, these seemingly insignificant expenses can add up over time and have a substantial impact on your finances. This is often referred to as the latte factor. Imagine if you spend $5 on a latte every day in a month, that's $150. In a year, it's almost $2,000. That's a significant amount of money that could be saved or invested instead. We often trick ourselves into thinking that small amounts don't matter, but they do. These little expenses, when added up, can make a big dent in our wallets. So the next time you're about to make a small, impulsive purchase, think about the latte factor. Remember, every little bit counts when it comes to your money. Now that we've identified these 5 bad habits, what can we do about them? Let's start with impulsive shopping. The next time you're tempted by a sale or a new gadget, ask yourself, do I really need this? More often than not, the answer will be no. Try to resist the urge to buy on a whim, and instead put that money towards something more meaningful or necessary. Then there's the habit of not budgeting. It's time to change that. Start by tracking your income and expenses. Understand where your money is going and plan your spending accordingly. There are plenty of budgeting apps available that can help you manage your finances better. We also discussed the excessive use of credit cards. It's easy to swipe and forget, but remember, those bills pile up. Try to limit your credit card use for emergencies or big planned purchases only. Pay off your balance in full each month to avoid interest charges. Next, the habit of not saving. It's crucial to put aside a portion of your income for savings. Start small if you have to, but start. Build an emergency fund, save for retirement or for your dream vacation. It's all about building a safety net for your future. Finally, ignoring small expenses. Those daily cups of coffee or online subscriptions can add up without you realizing it. Keep track of these small expenses and see where you can cut back. By addressing these habits, we can significantly improve our financial health. It's not just about having more money in the bank, it's about gaining control over our finances, reducing stress, and securing our future. So, let's start today. Let's make a plan, set realistic goals, and stick to them. Let's be mindful of our spending and make better financial choices. It might seem daunting at first, but with time and consistency, it will become second nature. Remember, it's never too late to start making better financial decisions.